Kefir. You all have no idea how excited I am to be making this video. This is like probably my favorite video I'll ever be making on this channel in my whole life. Anyway, you all asked for a request on how I make my own kefir. It's really simple. The only thing that's like super pricey is pretty much this and this. So this is just from the brand Body Ecology. It's kefir starter, incredible nutrition from a delicious probiotic drink. So that's literally what it says. It says contains amino acids, enzymes, vitamins, and minerals, ensuring digestion of proteins, minerals, fats, and carbohydrates. So with this stuff, you can use either coconut water or also coconut milk. I actually personally like combining both because this is like full fat. It's probably not the greatest just to have this straight, so that's why I dilute it with a bit of the water. It's just a big gallon airtight jar I'm using to ferment everything. And then basically what this is, it is a probiotic maker. So this is actually what came with this. So as long as you don't use any milks that have added sugar, thickeners, gums, all that kind of stuff, that might mess up the whole thing. All in the ingredients, it just says coconut water, and this all in the ingredients, it just says coconut milk. Or you could crack open your own coconuts, but I do not want to have the time or patience to do that. So we're just gonna do this. And I'll make sure I link these two down below if you're curious. I think US, it's only like 30 something, so it's actually really cheap. But in Canada, sadly, I have to pay like almost $60 for this. But at the end of the day, this is like so much cheaper than buying my BioK stuff because you can actually use one packet at least 7 times or more. It depends like how strong your probiotics you want them to be. But I'm pretty sure it says like 7 times you can reuse it. Anyway, so these are the kefir starter grains, I guess. So it basically says start with a fresh, purified, unopened bottle of milk. So I'm just using, again, a combination of coconut water and coconut milk. I've done this before and it just turns out perfect. I love the creaminess that the coconut milk provides. Yeah, so it says add an entire pack to a half or a full gallon. So I'm just gonna add a whole pack to however much this takes up. Obviously, the more liquid you have, the longer it'll take to ferment. And then the less you have, obviously, it will take like half the time to ferment. So it just depends how much you want and how much you're willing to wait. So then basically once you added the milk and you added the pack, you just mix it up and then you just put it in this pouch, which actually heats up this whole bottle or jug to body temperature, which I believe is like 98 degrees or something. I don't know. I don't know. I thought it would say it on here. But basically you don't have to heat anything. You don't have to like put on the stove. There's like so many yogurt recipes or kefir recipes that require like heating on the stove and you have to constantly like measure the temperature and like it's so tedious, and also it doesn't even work 100% of the time because it's a really hit or miss. Like the timing is so like it has to be perfect. Literally can't risk making any mistakes because if you boil it to a temperature that's too hot, then it's gonna kill the bacteria. But then if it's not warm enough, then it's gonna not even grow the probiotics or activate it. So that's why this pouch comes in handy. I just came across it just as I was kind of researching recipes because I was gonna actually do the stove thingy. But when I did discover this pouch, I'm just like, sure, it is expensive. Like I think I paid like $140 for this. Like it's not cheap. Like it definitely does not look like $140, but I mean, it definitely acts like it because it makes the perfect probiotics without even wasting anything. Because I would rather invest a lot of money in this than risk wasting a bunch of packets that may not work if I'm trying to like measure the temperature constantly on the stove and it may not work. So anyway, that is why I have the pouch. This like magically, again, heats it to the perfect temperature. It like kind of trains and conditions the probiotic drink to survive in body temperature because our body temperature is like naturally so hot. So that's why, again, the majority of the probiotic pills are not even that great on the market. Like the HMF Intensive, I'm sure it should be okay. My naturopath recommended that to me. That's the only probiotic pill I'm taking right now. And then other than that, I'm just gonna continue taking this because again, you can't really trust completely 100% probiotic supplements. This is the hard part. You have to open this. You have to pour this in here. This is the stuff that makes it so creamy. And also, since there is protein in here because it is milk, it's actually gonna help amplify the probiotics, I think. It's gonna just help culture them a bit faster, I believe. I think with water, it'll take a bit longer. So that's why I also add this. But anyway. Look at this beautiful thing. This is a beautiful masterpiece. Okay, so this is the packet. Put this in here. Okay, I'm just gonna take a spatula and make sure you don't have any metal. I don't know why, but they say you can't, like you shouldn't use any metal when it comes to touching like probiotics. Again, I knew the answer earlier why. I totally just forgot. I don't know. Close it up. This is very, very complicated stuff. You gotta pay really close attention. You gotta take this jar. You gotta open this. You gotta put it in here. So yeah, that was very complicated stuff. So make sure you take notes. And then you gotta take this thingy right here. And this is called the outlet. And you have to put the plug in the outlet. Like that. So we're off to the races. Quite literally, the fermentation races. We're gonna see how fast this can ferment. That's literally all you have to do. You just have to leave it in here. And this is just the heating pad. And over time, you're gonna like feel it warm up a bit. It's just gonna warm up the whole entire container. And it's gonna be the perfect temperature. As soon as you plug it in, it automatically turns on. You can leave it. As long as you write on your calendar the day that you have to take it out, because you don't wanna leave it in for too long. So it is July 5th right now. So yeah, I'll just pick up the camera again on Wednesday and I'll show you the final result and what it tastes like and everything. And yeah, super exciting. Honestly, as soon as I figured out I could make my own fermented probiotic drinks and it's so much more fresher and stronger and healthier, it's just game changer. So anyway, I will see you Wednesday. I didn't want to wait like 3 days just because I read the instructions again and they say wait 18 to 24 hours, not 3 days. On like the directions, it says like up to 3 days, but on the actual like Kefir starter, it says 18 to 24 hours. So I guess at that point, you just have to kind of go with your gut. So I'm doing kind of in the middle. So I'm doing a bit longer than 24 hours, but I'm not doing an entire 3 days. But anyway, ever since I plugged it in, I just left it. You shouldn't move it or like aggravate it in any way. So just let it be and let it culture. And then now I'm just gonna slowly pull this out. The water looks kind of murky and nasty. That's exactly what you want. This is what it looks like. So basically the water, if you're just using coconut water, then it's supposed to look murky. But if you're using coconut milk, then the milk, like this is the fat part and it should separate. So this is exactly what you want it to look like. And also it's kind of like bubbling. So it's always nice to leave like space just in case if it rises. Again, make sure you don't like move it. Treat it like a little baby. Then you want to put it in the fridge to let it cool completely. Because if you mix it in all together too soon, then it could clump and it could just not be in a good texture. Yes, I'm just gonna leave this here. It's 1 p.m. now, so I'm probably gonna let it cool for like the majority of the day. During the evening, that's when I can start drinking it, like mixing it together. You do a quick taste test, and then from there, I will just show you how to repeat the process. Now 6:18 p.m. This is like completely cold. I just got it out of the fridge. Now you can mix it all together, and it will, again, like I said, prevent clumping and stuff. I'm just touching the top. Okay, so it's like slightly sour, which is what you want. It has like that milkiness, like that cream cheesy kind of vibe. So we're just gonna take a clean spatula or something that's just not metal, and then we're just gonna mix it. So basically the next thing we're gonna do is like I have a bunch of these. They're airtight as well. They just remind me of like the 50s or something, like the milkman comes by or something and then gives you these. But instead, we have the fermented coconut milk Kefir gal instead of the milkman. Complete opposite. We're more wholesome here and nutrient dense. So anyway. Okay, so basically, yeah, you want something like this, airtight to keep them in. I like to have a bunch of them. Like I literally have like 6 of these. And then you have these funnel things. So yeah, I just have like a medium one, straightforward. Put it in here and just fill it up a bunch. We're just gonna take a measuring cup. Right when we fill our containers, we're gonna just start fermenting again. The whole process is gonna happen right away. Oh my gosh. Ooh, yeah, that's like so sour. It just tastes so good. And then repeat the process. I just like to drink this on its own just because it's already naturally sweet with the coconut. There's no added sugar. Obviously, the longer you let this ferment, the more sour it's gonna taste. Who knows, maybe I might wait a bit longer. I might wait an extra day for my second batch. This first batch, I just kind of wanted to get it done because I was out of my BioK stuff. But anyway, this is very, oh my gosh, this is very therapeutic. This is my hobby. Man, I swear I'm like the most adult I know. Also the most immature person I know though. So I'm a good balance, I would hopefully you know, like to say. Oh my god, oh my god. Be slow. The third one is done. Probably the last one we will fill. Okay, so I managed to fill 5. And then you want to leave a little bit at the bottom. So then you could start your next batch. The more you leave, the faster it'll ferment. You could just start your whole fermentation process. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Just want to leave like a bit. There's no specific amount, honestly. I just kind of eyeball it, maybe like an inch. But yeah, so you want like a nice sour, kind of a sour taste. Like all I know is it tastes really good and it's very tangy. Like this is definitely the best fermented beverage I've ever drank in my life, and I just happened to make it myself. Yeah, this stuff is like super, super, super good. I just make sure I have one of these a day, if not more, because I'm constantly fermenting, or I like to. This is so cute and satisfying. Like I just feel like I'm in the 1950s just ordering, or 1920s, whatever, ordering my milk, except now I'm making it fresh. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so then we're just gonna do the whole process again. So we're gonna do 1 coconut milk with 2 coconut waters. And yeah, we're just starting the whole process over again. Taking our handy dandy spatula, mixing it up. Oh, so yeah, this is 1 gallon. And we're gonna take it over here to the fermentation corner. And like I said, we just start the whole process over again. Like so. Plug it in. And then boom. Just leave it. And I actually might leave this maybe a bit longer. My first batch I left for 2 days, so this one I actually think I might leave for 3 days. So yeah, make it a bit stronger. And then you just keep repeating the process up to like 7 times or more. But again, like obviously the more you reuse the same batch, it's obviously gonna get weaker and weaker over time. So yeah, 7 at most. And we have just fresh coconut kefir all the time. So that's awesome, good probiotics. Anyway, yeah, so I will end off here. I hope you found this informative. I enjoyed making this video. I love doing like homemade DIY stuff like this because it's just so much more healthier and better. If you have a good day, good night, wherever you're watching this. Please subscribe if you want to see more of me. I post every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video I post. All my social media links will be linked down below. I can also try to link some kefir stuff down below, some kefir starters, kits, or whatever. Subscribe to my second YouTube channel if you don't know. Hello, my name is Sonia. I'm a music producer and I produce music. So if you're into EDM pop, bright, bouncy beats, all those things, definitely subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And lots of virtual kisses and hugs. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, peace.